I walked 10,000 steps every day for 30 days. Here's what it did to my body, my mind, and why you might want to try it too. If you've ever wondered what would happen if you fully committed to your health for just 1 month, not with a hardcore diet, not with an exhausting workout regime, but with something as simple and accessible as walking, you're in exactly the right place. I made a decision, almost on a whim but fueled by a deeper need for change, to walk 10,000 steps every single day for 30 days straight. No excuses, no skipping a single day. I didn't fully know what to expect, but I promised myself I would see it through, and what happened during this journey transformed far more than just my physical body. It changed my mindset, my emotional health, my habits, even my relationship with time itself. If you've ever wondered what one small, consistent habit could do for you, keep watching. By the end of this video, you'll be itching to lace up your shoes and take that first step. It started, like most things, with a simple realization. I was tired of feeling tired. I was tired of being stuck in endless loops of sitting, scrolling, stressing, and wondering why I didn't feel fully alive anymore. I didn't need another crash diet or a punishing gym session that would leave me sore and discouraged. I needed something sustainable, something healing, something that felt like a gift to myself instead of a punishment. So when the idea of walking 10,000 steps a day floated across my mind, it resonated like a whisper from my future self, urging me to take that first literal and metaphorical step forward. The first morning, I set no grand expectations. I simply put on comfortable sneakers, opened my front door, and walked. It felt almost childlike, the simple act of moving through the world at a human pace, noticing the way the light hit the trees, feeling the cool air against my skin, hearing my own breath settle into a rhythm. My phone tracked each step, each movement a small but steady victory. By the time I hit 10,000 steps that first day, there was a surprising sense of accomplishment bubbling up inside me, a quiet pride that whispered, "You can do this." The first few days were filled with a giddy sort of excitement. I began to plan my days differently, carving out pockets of time to move instead of mindlessly scrolling or sinking deeper into my chair. Morning walks became my meditation, midday walks became my mental reset, and evening walks transformed into a kind of celebration of the day's efforts. But around day 5, I hit my first real wall. Life got busy, work deadlines loomed, the weather turned gray and uninviting, and suddenly those 10,000 steps didn't feel quite so effortless. That day, I found myself pacing the kitchen at 10 p.m. just to close the gap on my step count. It wasn't glamorous, but it taught me a crucial lesson. Success isn't built on perfect conditions. It's built on the choices you make when things get hard. As I pushed through that first hurdle, my body began to change in subtle yet undeniable ways. Muscles that had grown dormant from long days of sitting woke up, stretching and strengthening with every mile. My endurance improved steadily. Hills that left me breathless during the first week barely registered by week 2. And perhaps most surprisingly, my appetite changed too. Instead of craving heavy, processed foods that left me sluggish, I found myself drawn to fresh fruits, vibrant vegetables, clean proteins, as if my body recognized that movement deserved nourishment, not sabotage. Beyond the physical, the mental and emotional shifts were even more profound. Each walk became a moving meditation, a space where my thoughts could untangle themselves without the constant noise of screens or demands. Problems that felt overwhelming in the sterile glow of my laptop screen suddenly seemed solvable after a few miles of fresh air and steady motion. Creative ideas blossomed during these walks too, popping into my mind fully formed like gifts from a deeper part of myself that only surfaced when given the space to breathe. I started to understand why so many great thinkers throughout history insisted on walking meetings and strolls to fuel their imagination. If you find this video helpful and informative, please support the Healthy Pantry channel by leaving your comment below, liking this video, and subscribing for more daily health and nutrition tips. But perhaps the most beautiful change was how walking transformed my relationship with time. We often complain that there aren't enough hours in the day, yet somehow, carving out time for 10,000 steps didn't make my days feel shorter. it made them feel fuller. Walking slowed time down, anchoring me to the present moment in a way few other activities can. I noticed the way the seasons subtly shifted, the smell of rain on the pavement, the warmth of late afternoon sun on my skin. I smiled at strangers. I discovered new side streets in my own neighborhood. I watched sunsets and moonrises that I would have otherwise missed entirely. Walking reconnected me not just to my body, but to the world around me. As the days turned into weeks, walking 10,000 steps became less of a goal and more of a ritual, a sacred appointment with myself that I refused to miss. And the results continued to compound. Friends and family began noticing changes before I fully saw them myself. "You seem happier," they would say. "You seem lighter." And they weren't just referring to the few pounds I had shed naturally over the month. There was a lightness in my energy, a calm resilience in my presence, a vitality that I hadn't felt in years. Scientifically speaking, none of this should have been surprising. Studies have long shown that moderate, consistent exercise like walking improves everything from cardiovascular health to brain function to immune response. Walking reduces inflammation, lowers blood pressure, balances blood sugar, and even promotes the growth of new brain cells. By the time day 30 arrived, walking wasn't something I had to make time for anymore. It was something I couldn't imagine my life without. I didn't need reminders or trackers to motivate me. My body craved movement the way it craved water or air. The consistency had rewired something deep inside me, replacing old patterns of inertia and stress with new rhythms of vitality and peace. Even on the hardest days, and trust me, they came, walking remained my lifeline, my therapy, my joyful rebellion against a culture that tells us to sit still and stay small. The beauty of walking is that it demands so little yet offers so much. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need perfect weather. You don't even need fancy gear. You just need a willingness to show up for yourself, one step at a time, trusting that each small effort builds into something profound. And it does. It truly does. So if you're sitting there thinking about making a change, whether it's feeling healthier, thinking more clearly, managing stress, or simply finding more joy in your days, let this be your sign. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't overthink it. Just start walking. Open your door, breathe deep, and begin. Thank you for joining us here at the Healthy Pantry. We hope you found the information valuable and inspiring. Remember, your health is a journey, and we are here to guide you every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.